Alright, thanks for joining me and Tiger today here in the Hard Pork Pub. Must be variety pack season, because look, I got another one here. This one coming from Jekyll Brewing. This is in Alpharetta, Georgia. It's their variety pack. It's got Big Creek, Cooter Brown Ale, Southern Juice, and Hop Dang. So stay tuned and let's get these into a glass and into my belly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian the Beer Snob.
Okay, so let's start this off with this Southern-inspired IPA called Hop Dang Diggity. It's an IPA. Our IPA was brewed to remind us of the aroma of these tall Georgia pines while the malty backbone balances everything out. This is not your standard IPA. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be 74 IBUs and 6.7% alcohol. I like that. That's 74 IBUs, so it's, you know, there's going to be some hop bitterness in there, but it has its place. And I'm sure it's going to fit right in right here. Hop Dang Diggity. Smells like summertime. Smells like summertime. Everybody, especially the light beer drinkers, the ones who don't like to go out of their comfort zone, do yourself a favor. Start getting into these IPAs in the summertime, because let me tell you, they are so delicious. You won't like them all, but you just got to keep trying one till you find the one that really gets you going. Cheers. I think those 74 IBUs, the international bitterness units, in that beer are the perfect amount. I did get a little bitterness right immediately off the foam, but then the flavors in the beer blend perfectly with that bitterness. The sweetness of it with the bitterness of it, it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's two great tastes that taste great together. You got sweet and bitter together. Oh yeah, I like it. Jekyll Brewing, 1 for 1 so far. Let's get into the Southern Juice. This is a juicy hop haze sensation. It's another IPA. This sensational IPA is brewed with oats and wheat for a unique malt profile. We use huge additions of Citra and Simcoe hops and packaged unfiltered to deliver a distinct juicy hop haze. This one is going to have 65 IBUs, so not quite as bitter as the first one. 6.3% ABV. It's a lot lighter in color. You can tell the first one is more orangish, and the second one here is definitely a light yellow. Southern Juice. Cheers. It does. It smells juicy. It's a citrusy juice bomb. That's what it smells like. Cheers. Okay. This is 10 points down on the bitterness scale, according to the labels. But the flavors of this beer really knock that bitterness down, in my opinion, even more. I don't think this tastes like it has 65 IBUs. There is bitterness. Very mild though. The flavor of the beer is great. Southern Juice. It tastes juicy. It's a nice, juicy beer. 2 for 2 so far, Jekyll Brewing. Alright, we're going to get into the the different one in the pack. Cooter Brown Ale. Comfort ale for the soul. This one says, this brown ale is smoother than silk. Smell the deep roasted caramel notes as the creamy head embraces your stash. Good thing I got a stash. It can now be embraced. Alright. The balance of chocolate maltiness and American hop bitterness are pure perfection. This one's going to have 46 IBUs. So this is 20 less IBUs than this one. So the bitterness as I'm going down the scale is getting less and less. 6% ABV. So the first three have all been above 6%. It's a brown ale. It's going to look like Coca-Cola coming out. Look at that. Got that nice beige head. Look at that, like a root beer float. Can't wait any longer. Let's get into it. Cheers. I know it said the foam would embrace your stash, but did it say anything about tickling your nose? Because it definitely tickles my nose. Yeah, right away off that head, you get that roastiness. It tastes roasted. And this is why, I don't know, maybe the darker beers, I used to drink them in the summertime. I know, I was a weirdo. But this particular flavor, you know, the roasted flavor, and like you're going to get in, you know, your porters and stouts, they just fit in, you know, better with the cooler weather. In the, you know, the fall and the winter time. They're still delicious. I'll still drink them year round. Great flavor, but the flavor is completely different. These you don't really get a roasted flavor, but this one you do. Yeah. Cooter Brown Ale. 3 for 3. I know brown ales can be a touchy subject for a lot of beer guys. A lot of people think there's really nothing more you can do to them. Well, this one, it's got a classic brown ale flavor. I mean, I love it. I love it. So far we got 3 thumbs up. To the last one now, this is one which is probably going to be my least favorite because this is their diet beer. This is Big Creek. Crisp, crushable creation, it says. It's a light craft beer. This one's got 24 IBUs, so it's not going to be bitter at all. It is 5% alcohol, and it's a Kolsch style. So this says, not a lager and not an ale. This Kolsch style is a hybrid of the two. Light in body and golden in color, with notes of pear, makes this perfect for southern days or nights when you're just counting stars. Hey, I don't remember the last time I counted stars. I have a hard enough time counting my fingers and toes. But maybe I need to try it. Yeah, look how light this thing is. I mean, this is even lighter than the Southern Juice. But that's okay. Looks aren't everything. It's what's inside that counts, right? Interesting aroma on this one. They said it had notes of pear. Yeah, if that's a pear. Doesn't smell like a pear I'd like to eat, but, you know, it's just a smell. Let's get it inside, see what she's all about. Cheers. One thing I noticed straight away, that head did not last long. Did not last long. All these, the heads have melted. This one really didn't last long at all. This one, I mean, I knew it. I knew going into it, it's a light beer. And I'm not the biggest fan of light beers. I just think that this one is really lacking in flavor. It does have a flavor. It is a very light flavor. And while I don't smell the pear, I kind of get a little pear on the back end after I've swallowed it. It's just, if I'm going to buy a beer, I want to buy a beer that's got a really nice, strong flavor. And the Big Creek just doesn't have it for me. So, I mean, I'm glad I bought the pack. I had 3 fantastic beers in it. The 4th one, not so much. Maybe, you know, if you're a light beer guy or girl. Woohoo!
Such a classy bloke.
Yes. You might like it. But honestly, I think that, you know, your macro light beers in the United States, you know, your Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite, I think they're all going to taste better than this one. This is really, really light on the flavor scale. So, Big Creek, you're going to get a thumbs down. But Cooter Brown, Southern Juice, and Hop Dang Diggity, that's 3 thumbs up right there. Those are 3 fantabulous beers. These are all worthy of buying a pack on their own, but I like buying the variety packs. You know, you get to try several different things. And if you don't like one out of the pack, give them away when somebody comes over to visit you. Offer them one. I'll never turn down a beer. If I go to your house and all you offer me is Big Creek, I'll drink it. I'll drink it. So, thanks for stopping by the Hardport Pub. Tiger got tired of this real soon. He's gone. He's off doing other things. But I'm going to sit down and I'm going to finish off these beers. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Till then. Hot dang diggity!